Today I'm going to show you how to make light streaks on Photoshop. It's a really simple thing to do, especially if you know how to use a pen tool and you've made light streaks before, but I'm going to show you how to put it into a picture and make it look like it's swirling up somebody's body, like this picture right over here. This is one that I made a couple of minutes ago, and we're going to try and do that again. And I'm going to try to make it easy for you guys. Okay, so first, go to the internet and pull a picture up like this. The thing that I looked up was woman, black background, and some good images came up, but that was the best one over here. Oh. So next you want to save that and then pull it up on Photoshop. And the first thing you want to do is make a new layer. But what you can do on the background layer, if you want to really make it look like the streaks are glowing, you can use the burn tool and put the exposure to about 40% and put it on shadows, and make sure that you get the whole picture at least once. So as you can see, the background is darker. And then what you can do, if you see this white part that's glowing around her, you can just make that a little bit darker. Make your brush a little smaller, because you know that you're going to be going around that part of her arm. You don't really have to do the outside. Do the inside a couple of times. It's pretty bright. And you can take the exposure down a little bit and do the outside. Or if it doesn't blend in very well, you can just use the fading one. Yeah, that works a lot better. Or whatever, I'm just going to keep it like that. So next, what you're going to do, you're going to go on the first layer, use your pen tool over here, make sure it's on the first one, pen tool, and then you're going to zoom in, go back to the pen tool, sorry, and the first swirl you're going to do is on the arm. So I think for the people that have seen my first tutorial on how to use the pen tool, I told you how when you click here and then drag, you're going to delete the middle part. We're not going to use that today, because without deleting it, it makes it a lot easier. If you delete the middle part, same results come out, but you just waste some time. So make your first curve, and then just click on your second part to make your second curve, and then just keep doing that. You can make them look really cool. You can start from the top or the bottom, whichever you like. I started on the bottom on my last one. And then once you're done with your first curve, you go to paths, right click, stroke path. Make sure your foreground color is white, and you want to make sure that your brush isn't too big. I'm going to use size 5 pixels. And do not use the fading brush, use the full one. So right click, stroke path, simulate pressure, click OK. That looks pretty good. And then you're going to delete the path. And again, I know you guys saw in my last tutorial that I told you, I'm pretty sure I did tell you guys to do this, to use the polygonal lasso tool to cut out the sides. Oh, I actually didn't show you how to do spirals like this, but a way to cut out these parts to erase them is to use the polygonal lasso tool, but the easier way is just to zoom in and actually use the eraser, which is what I'm going to do. Just get a small brush and use a fading one and just erase the parts that you don't need to make it look like it's put behind the arm. And also, you can come back to this after you've put the glowing effect in to see if it still looks like it's over the arm. You can go over this again, just come back to this layer at any time. I actually spend my time on this to make it look really good, but I'm kind of rushing through it right now. So that looks pretty good. You're going to go to layers, right click on the layer, and blending options. You want an outer glow and an inner glow. Click on outer glow, pick any color you want. I'm going to use purple. So I'm going to keep everything the same except for contour. I'm going to use this curve. It just makes that outline of the purple look better to me. Use purple again for the inner glow. Also the curve. And I think that looks pretty good so far. It makes it look like it's just curving around and swirling everywhere. So the next thing I'm going to do is her leg. And for every path you're going to do, you want to make a new layer. So grab your pen tool and just make your curves. Make them however you want. You don't have to follow on the way that I do it. Sometimes I like to make them look really big. You can make them curve like that. Looks really weird, but when you actually stroke the path, it looks pretty awesome. You'll get really used to this soon. Just use any color. I mean, you can do the same color for every curve you do, but I don't really like that. I don't really like doing that. So make a new layer. And I don't know, my favorite part is doing it up the body. You don't really have to. I think this looks pretty good. But, I mean, it's the same concept. You just swirl all around the body. And, yeah, just delete the ends. So, if you have any trouble or you need help and you want me to make a new video on anything you have trouble with Photoshop, if I know how to do it, I'll definitely tell you how, or I'll make a video. If you have any video response on your pictures that you've made, please share them with me. Any questions, any comments, leave them. And make sure to rate and subscribe. Okay, thanks for watching.